Oglesby.
She was 23 years old.
I'm happy to be here. I've actually performed here before.
I miss her every day, and every day for me is March 18th at 4:47.
Police have identified a woman gunned down outside of a West Philly lounge as 23-year-old Dominique Oglesby.
And I get a call, and she says, I was just fighting. I call her again, and I get an answer on her phone, and it's a man. And he's saying, this man is telling me that my daughter is dead.
I think government has to step up to the plate.
A lot of these guys are traumatized, man. You're walking through a war zone sometimes.
I died 3 times, they brought me back to life.
I got shot 12 times.
You shoot him, it hurt a whole lot of other people.
They are always going to want their loved one back.
Dominique's mother, Danielle, is with us now, but also with us is Anton Moore, the executive producer of this docuseries. Oh, Danielle, tell us more about Dominique.
Oh, wow. So Dominique was, again, as you heard, she was a 23-year-old Penn State student. She was carefree. She was charismatic. She was adventurous. She was big on education. She would light up a room when she came in. She was helpful. She was our only girl.
Beautiful,
She was beautiful.
young lady. You're absolutely right, Danielle. What happened that night?
Well, really not that night, that day.
Yeah, the day. Yeah.
She had left church that day, thank God. And she went to 52nd Street to get something to eat because she was doing her last paper, her last final before graduation. And she got into an altercation. A fight ensued a few times. Her father, I called her father and her grandfather to give her some help, because she said she was alone.
Yeah.
And as you know today, she's gone.
Yeah. West Philly, 52nd and Market, in that area.
Yeah, 52nd and Market. It was a bar, restaurant that was right underneath there. That she really loved their food. She really liked their food. Yeah. And that was the end of.
Anton, 5-part docuseries, and I'm going to ask you. I mean, now that you've studied this, why do you think we're killing each other?
I think, what a lot of people don't talk about, the lack of resources, the lack of understanding. Social media plays a role. People no longer have to interact with one another. And then you got to also look at parenting as well, as how some of these children are raised.
You really think that's it? Because I hear that a lot, is that it goes back to the way people are raised.
But Mike, I was just, sitting with a group of about 17 young men who are on probation for gun violence, and I gave them a screening of the documentary. There's about 17 young men in the room, and I asked them, how many of you have, fathers in the household? And only 2 of them raised their hand.
Yeah.
2 of them out of 17. So imagine the number that's in our community. Our young men need fathers.
Yeah. What can the city do? And people you yell at the mayor, they yell at Commissioner Outlaw. Why aren't you stopping? Do the police have the power to stop it?
No, it's a collective effort. We could call on government to do this. We could call on the mayor, the police commissioner, but we got to call on the community. We got to call on the parents. We got to call on the education system. It's a collective effort. This is not a one-shot deal, because it's not going to take one solution to solve this situation.
You've been working on this for years now. Has it taken a toll on you? Are you okay?
You know what? I was just doing a radio interview this morning, and someone asked me that, and I have to be honest, with just traumatizing. Even when I could remember when we did one of our shoots and we visited the morgue, after I left the morgue, I felt myself growing up and like, what the hell am I doing here? But when you hear these stories and you hear these parents, they need to be told, they need to be heard, because as I said to someone yesterday, it's all about a split decision.
Yeah. Where can we see it, Anton?
So tonight we'll be premiering our documentary at theweightofdeath.com at 8 p.m. Thankful for our producers, Matt Cannon and Jamie. We've worked really hard to make this documentary work, and it's a beautiful thing. And
It
I'm
really
telling
is.
everybody,
It's so well done and emotional. Great work, Anton. Thank you. Danielle, I just want to hug you. Thank you.
Thanks, Mike.
You got it.
We've seen each other a few times, and you
I
gave me a
know.
hug a few times.
I know. Hope to do that again soon. Don't forget Dominique. We'll be right back.